The notification lit up my phone at 2:47 a.m. Jennifer's name appeared, my sister-in-law who rarely contacted me directly. The message preview showed 3 dots and a photo thumbnail. Wrong chat. Delete these, please. But curiosity overrode common sense, especially when your gut has been whispering warnings you've been too afraid to hear. Before we dive into how one accidental text unraveled 8 years of marriage, smash that subscribe button. This story will show you how the people closest to us can be the most dangerous conspirators. My name is Jake, and I thought I understood betrayal. The photos Jennifer sent weren't meant for me. They were meant for her college friends' group chat. Instead, they landed in my messages like grenades. The first image showed my wife Emma at some rooftop bar pressed against a man I didn't recognize, her head thrown back in laughter, his hand on her lower back. She wore the red dress from last Saturday before her girls' weekend in Napa. The second photo stopped my breathing. Emma kissing this stranger with passion I hadn't seen directed at me in months. The timestamp read Sunday afternoon when she'd called complaining about wine headaches. The third photograph shattered everything. Emma and this man walking into a hotel lobby, her overnight bag slung over his shoulder like he'd done it 1,000 times. Jennifer's panicked messages flooded in. Jake, I'm so sorry. Those weren't supposed to go to you. Please don't tell Emma I sent those. Can we talk? This is complicated. That last message made something click. Jennifer wasn't apologizing for accidentally revealing Emma's affair. She was apologizing for getting caught helping hide it. Jennifer called immediately. Maybe longer. And you knew the entire time. She made me promise. She said she was figuring things out. I laughed bitterly. 6 months of fucking another man is figuring things out? His name is Derek. He works at the marketing firm handling her company's account. They met at a client dinner a year ago. A year of emotional cheating. 6 months physical. I'd been completely oblivious. Emma returned home at 6:30 p.m., glowing with satisfaction. She kissed my cheek while chattering about wine flights and Jennifer's dramatic friends. How was Derek's company this weekend? Emma froze, color draining from her face. What did you say? Jennifer accidentally sent me photos from your romantic getaway. Emma collapsed into a chair. We stared at each other across our kitchen where we'd shared countless breakfasts and future plans. I can explain, she said weakly. 6 months of lies, Emma. 6 months of coming home to me after being with him. She started crying. It started as friendship. Derek understood my work stress in ways you couldn't. What did you tell him about me? I told him. I loved you but wasn't in love with you anymore. That we'd become roommates. The honesty hurt worse than lies. So instead of talking to me, you decided to fuck your way to happiness. What happens now? She asked. Now you get what you've been too cowardly to ask for. You get Derek without sneaking around. The divorce moved quickly. Emma initially fought it, but Derek kept calling during mediation sessions. 3 months later, she'd moved in with him. 6 months after our divorce, Emma called sobbing. Derek had grown tired of her constant need for validation. I made the biggest mistake of my life. Is there any chance we could try again? Emma, you taught me I deserve someone who chooses me every day, not just when alternatives get boring. I hung up and blocked her number. Some betrayals can't be forgiven, not from lack of compassion, but because forgiveness requires trust. Emma showed me who she was when faced with challenges, someone who sought secret solutions rather than partnership. 6 months later, I met Sarah at a bookstore. She understood the devastation of discovering your relationship was built on lies. We built trust through consistency and honesty rather than passion and intensity. Sometimes the worst moments are gifts in disguise, showing us truths we were afraid to see. When someone shows you who they are through their choices, believe them the first time. Hit that subscribe button if you've ever had to rebuild after betrayal. And remember, your future self will thank you for choosing truth over comfortable lies.